How you doing, guys? Welcome to the Drone Zone, and today I wanted to do a bit more of an in-depth review of these incredibly cheap FPV goggles. I recently did a video showing you the cheapest FPV setup you can get, and I wanted to do a bit more in-depth review of these goggles because they're absolutely awesome. And before I begin, I just want to say that they are for sale on GearBest at currently £40, which is about $60. But if you look at the link in the description and copy the code that I've been given by GearBest, then you can actually get these for £32. Which is about $45, which is absolutely an incredible price for such cheap glasses and such very well built glasses as well. So that's £32, about $45 for your first set of awesome, very good FPV glasses, and I would definitely suggest getting them. I'm not just saying they're great because GearBest is sponsoring me. They're not sponsoring me. They've just given me a $10 off link code that I want to share with you guys as well. So anyway, let's get into the review. These are listed as, well, they're simply 5.8 gigahertz FPV goggles. They don't have any branding or anything, but I looked it up and I think they might be made by Torwin, but there's no sign of that anywhere on here. So looking at them, they're very nice. They're incredibly lightweight. They're for sale, listed at about 250 grams, I think. So they're not very heavy on your face. They don't weigh you down. It's just incredibly light. You can barely tell they're on there, really, and they're very good. It's all black, as you can tell. We've got a nice kind of black and white floral pattern along here. And I think if you look at the bottom, that's kind of taping up the this bit of screen here, which is on hinges. So I've not taken the tape off yet, but I think you could probably undo that tape and then the screen would fall down and you can get in at the actual screen itself in there, have a play around with the wires and stuff, but I've not done that yet. I probably will soon. You'll see we've got a USB port on the top. That's actually for a fan that they supply with it, so you can plug the fan in the top and get the wind blowing through your hair and feel like you're actually racing it. So it includes this mushroom receiver antenna, which I think is really good. It's a all built-in receiver. You can just take it off here, so you don't have to pay any extra for a receiver if you've already got the transmitter, which is fantastic. So it's this tiny little 90-degree mushroom antenna, which has actually got really good range. I've been testing it out, and so far I've not gone out of range. I think I've gone over like 100 meters or so, and it's been brilliant. It's got 40 channels, and you can see there's this tiny little, if I can get the camera to focus on it, these tiny little set of switches here, and these, if depending on which orientation you have each switch, change the channel or the band and the frequency, and there's 40 channels there, so you can change that by doing various combinations of these switches, and there's a sort of instruction manual for which band is relating to which switch, up or down. So you'll see here, I've got the battery on the bottom. This is what they supply. It's a little 500 milliamp LiPo, and I've not really Velcroed it on very well because the Velcros actually come off the battery itself. But it's very lightweight battery, and it's got a lot of crap on here. And that can simply Velcro on there. It doesn't add a lot of weight to the goggles, and it lasts a long time. I think it's about 25-30 minutes I've had longest out of it, and it takes about 50 minutes to charge. So it's quite good. If you get yourself a couple spares of them, or even you want to upgrade it a little bit, then you'll have a long time to be doing your FPVing. So it's got these 3 straps here which go on your head either side and on top, obviously, and they're very good. It's very supportive. It's got a nice big leather back strap here to go on the back of your head, and you can adjust it with these Velcro straps to adjust the size if you've got a bigger or smaller head, and I think it's very well done. It's got a very kind of large range because I've got a bit of a big head, so it fits me quite well, but obviously you can make it a lot shorter. It's got about a centimetre of foam padding around the edge, which feels pretty high density and quite nice and soft and durable, like it's going to last on there for a long time. And it's also got a nose sort of indent here for your nose, so you slot that on, eyes in here, nose in there, and it's really good. There's nothing digging in, it's not painful to wear, there's nothing like kind of spiking in, and it also cancels out pretty much all of the light. You get a tiny bit around here depending on how big or small your nose is, but it fits well and cancels out nearly everything, and so yeah, I think it's really good. and I'm enjoying it so far. It's nice and comfortable to wear, not too heavy, and fits well on the face. You'll see we've got the two Fresnel lenses in here. You can kind of tell they've got these concentric circles on them, and that's been nicely split up into the two eye holes rather than the one big glass plane, and I think it works really well. It's got a good field of view. You look in, you can see about 80% of your field is the screen, about 20% of it is just black around the edges. But I think it's quite good. It's 800 by 480, I think the pixels is, though I think it might be a tiny bit less than that, to be honest. But I'll have to look into that. If we go ahead and plug the battery in, if I can get it. Is that the right way around? No, it's not the right way around. You'll see it comes on and we've got this sort of static white noise, AV1 in the top. And then you'll see, that you can kind of see the black kind of lining around it. The screen comes out. It's kind of curved a little bit. Well, it looks curved because of the Fresnel lenses. And so, yeah, if you're wearing that on, it works really well. And you can kind of see the some of the gubbins at the top there. So if I go ahead and connect my camera up, I'm using this tiny little Quantum Elite camera, which is really good. I'll do a review of that soon. Oh, and I need to get a connector wire. Just one sec. Okay, so we've got the Quantum Elite plugged in. As we can see, the lights are on, and I've swapped the channels so that the goggles will be picking up the Quantum's feed, and you can see that here we do have. It does look a bit blue on my camera, but I can assure you that it's quite very good color quality on here. And you can see there, that's my setup. My phone is strapped to the light, filming my thing. But you can see we do have a very nice wide field of view. The camera itself is actually really good, and it makes for a really nice setup. And the battery's just hanging off there. But yeah. This is kind of tripping me out a little bit. So yeah, for this price, £30, $45, is an absolutely incredible set of FPV goggles, and I would definitely suggest getting them if it's your first time and you don't want to invest, say, £200-300 in the Fat Sharks. It's incredibly comfy, lasts a long time with the battery life, very good field of view and large screen. It's nice. It's not too it's not strainful at all on your eyes. The distance is quite well, and the Fresnel lenses work well to make that distance even further away. And so it does look like you're literally sat in a cinema watching this on a massive screen. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to click the link in the description if you want to buy it and use the code so you can get it for incredibly cheap. Hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys.